Hey folks, thanks for stopping in. We're up here in heaven. Gonna be up here for the night. Beautiful area. There's a couple miles of nothingness up in here. I love it. Just walked all the way up through here, got to this spot. To me, this is the beginning of it all. There's about a half a mile of briars and brambles and swamp and muck to make your way up through to get this far. And we're gonna head all the way up through here. I'll be camping up there a ways. Brought the hammock. But beautiful area. Look at that moss, huh? That's nice. Got the old trusty sluice box and the trout rod. See if we can catch a trout or two and maybe a few flakes of gold. Okay, let's head on up and enjoy this. Ah, heaven. There it is, the only lure you need for trout. Black and gold Panther Martin. I like the blade design on Panther Martins. They're kind of concave. It enables you to fish slower because it takes less resistance to keep the blade going. If you can fish slower, you keep the lure in the fish's habitat for longer, it always ups your chances. Tie it to a piece of 6 or 4 or 2 pound fluorocarbon fishing line, you're good to go. Well, we came downstream and went upstream and didn't really see any good places for gold, or what we didn't think was very good. I came downstream from camp, and I can't believe what I'm seeing already. I got a bucket and a half run through the sluice. I'll show you in a minute, but let me have you look around here real quick. Nice trout hole right here underneath this tree. You might be wondering why that pipe is here. Well, it came out of that hole right up there. That's an old road that comes up from way down. Oops, sorry about that. From way down where I started. Remember when I said I came up in half a mile? I might be another half a mile up in or so. That road came all the way up, and it ends up there, and the valley gets real steep. Maybe I'll show you that later, but so that's one of the old pipes from the old road that used to go through here. Oh, a few years ago I came down and I worked on that far edge over there. Let me show you down here. There's a clay layer. See the rust in there? But that rust is on top of that clay layer. And there's a layer right on top of that clay. See it there? You can see it down here. And I picked a pretty good piece off there, but okay, let me show you what I got in the box so far. There's only 2 pieces, but they're pretty good sized pieces. Not pickers, but for New York they're looking good. And I'm surprised for the spot that I chose. I mean, I thought there might be something here, but not what I'm seeing. Look at this. Look at that one right there. One right there. That's a nice piece. I finally got the box running pretty good. I had to flatten it out a little bit. It's running good though. That's a nice piece. A bucket and a half so far. Here's my hole. Maybe a shovel deep. Crazy. All right. This is looking good. All right. Yeah, look at that snake. That's not what I really want to show you though. I'm not even done with that bucket. Still on the second bucket. Look at this. that piece. That's a nice piece of gold. This is awesome. I never expected this. Not even done with that bucket. That could be a picker. I might be able to pick that piece up. It's hard to see through the camera. We'll see it later though together. Alright, keep on digging. I've taken 7 or 8 half buckets. That second bucket was definitely the best, and that came from right off the point of this stone here. I could probably clean up a little more with a hand scoop, but maybe I'll save that for tomorrow. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to do a cleanup here in a minute. We got a few more little flakes and little specks in here. There's a better one right there. A few little ones right here. I'm going to let it run for a minute and clean out all the lights as it runs, and we'll do a cleanup and see what we get. Well, there it is. Hopefully you can hear me. The crick's a little loud in my ear. Not too bad. I cannot pick that piece up, but that's a nice piece of gold for New York. How many is in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not too bad. They're a little bit bigger than other spots that I go to. That one piece is kind of like a wire right there. Pretty cool. Hopefully you can see this. I just wanted to show you how chunky the black sand is. Look at the chunks of it in there. Hematite and magnetite pieces. Some garnets in there. That's why that bigger stuff was in there, because look at the size of the black sands. Big stuff. I guess you can't really see that too good, but that's so far, New York so far this year. Not too bad. This time out I brought my little twig stove. Pretty cool little apparatus. Everything kind of slides together, these notches here. I like this little thing. I got it for Father's Day last year. It all slides together like that. Oops, I forgot a part. Let's take that apart there. Here's the base. And you build the flame in. Kind of goes in these notches here. Dropping pieces all over. Goes in there like that. Then you put the front face on. Kind of folds together, slides together like that, and there it is. Build a little fire in there and put your cooking pot on top, and works pretty good. There it is. Got the fire going down the box, pot of water on there. Love this little stove. Lightweight, free feel, got a whole pile of it here. It's little twigs, just keep feeding them. Lightweight and free feel, I love it. Can't beat it. Some of you might ask, well, why even carry a little stove like that? Why don't you just build a little fire and have a couple little rocks and put your pot on top of that? Well, the reason is, there's been so many times in my life where I built a little fire and put a little pot on there, and next thing you know, the rock shifts, or the piece of wood you got it resting on shifts, and you dump your whole pot of water out. All that time and work to get some water boiling, and it all spills out. You got to start over. So that's why I use a stove. in case you were wondering. Take 3. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Well, I'm sitting here relaxing, getting ready for nighttime, making some coffee, thinking about the day. It was a really good day. Found some bigger gold. I was surprised that it came that quick on that bend right there. I mean, it looked like a good spot, but I didn't really count on seeing that. So that was good. That bigger piece, one of the biggest pieces I've found in New York. Maybe not the biggest, but one of them. Got a little fire going here. Making some coffee too. Twig stove. I've been feeding a little bit of birch bark. Working pretty good. Got to get the fire going again, but I'll do that in a minute. That was fun catching those trout today and finding that gold. I'm glad you stuck around. Almost nighttime, so have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning. We'll get back at it. We'll have some more fun. I'll see you then. Well, good morning, folks. It's about 8 o'clock. Got down here, got the sluice set up. Got one bucket run through. Got a piece of gold right there, a little flake, and one right there. There was a little bigger one in there, but it washed down. So it's looking good already. Got some black sand working in there, some coarser black sand. So we'll see what we get. It's looking good though. It's gonna be a good day. I gotta get out of here about 10 o'clock, but until then, we're gonna keep on digging. Good morning. Little newts. 2, 3. Alright, it's about time for me to go. Finish my last bucket. Got a few little flakes in here. I don't know if you can see them. One there, one there, one in there. One in there, a couple in there. There's a little bit bigger one in there. You probably can't see it. Bunch of black sand. Gonna do a cleanup and see what we get, and then head on out of here. Started raining a little bit, but it died again. There's my hole. Looks a lot bigger than what it really is. Okay, let's do this. Do a cleanup and see what we got. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces. Not the biggest gold in the world, but there's some nice flakes from New York. Okay, folks, time for me to go. It's supposed to rain about 10 o'clock. Got a little cloudy. It sprinkled a little on me, but it let off. So, gonna get out of here before it does rain. I don't have any service up in here to check the weather, but yesterday when I looked, they said 10 o'clock. So, gonna get out of here. Had a lot of fun. Glad you guys came along. Hey, if you would, hit a like, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment. It's always fun to hear from people and what they think, good or bad, it doesn't matter, leave a comment. Okay, folks, I'll see you next time. I just seen a nice one. Covered. Go back.